Hello and welcome to a new edition of Sand Shark Bites. I'm your host, Justin Jarrett, Sports Information Director at USCB, and I usually say joined as always by, but James Duffy bowed out with a migraine today, so my old buddy Brett Borton, Dr. Borton from the Communication Studies Department decided to sit in with me today. Brett, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I hope I'm worthy.
Absolutely, yeah. Probably the first time in Sand Shark Bites history we had two former Island Packet sports reporters on together.
How about that?
There's a blast from the past.
Absolutely. That's trivia. That's trivia. Remember that.
There you go. So, well, Brett, it's nice to have you on this week to talk about what's been an exciting week in USCB athletics. It's kind of the doldrums of the fall season a little bit, but it's been a great week for us. We had the Sand Shark Invitational cross country race on Saturday, which was phenomenal. Had about 30 teams again, which Coach Kimball told you all about. Previewed last week on last week's show. A great performance by USCB's women in particular. Betsy Douglas with a phenomenal performance. She broke her own school record by 32 seconds, which in a 5K, 32 seconds is
that's impressive.
That's quite a bit of time.
Yes, it is.
And she was just 4 seconds behind the winner, Hannah Seagrave from Milligan, who repeated as champion and broke her own course record. So a great showing by Betsy, who is in top form for another All-American performance this year, and just an all-world individual as well. I don't know if you've gotten to know Betsy at all, but she's a phenomenal person.
I have not. I've not had the privilege of having Betsy in a class, but certainly I keep up with her career and follow what she's been doing, and she's an extraordinary athlete.
Yeah,
and we're gonna hate to lose her.
Yeah, we'll actually have her. We've got her for 2 more years for track. So. This will be her last year for cross country, but we'll get her 2 more years for track. And the amazing thing is she's doing everything she's doing on the track and on the cross country course while also in the nursing program, which is
right.
Just phenomenal.
That is a tough program, and it's a very challenging program. And for any student athlete to be able to succeed academically in that rigorous a program while performing at the level that she's performing is amazing.
Yeah, she's tremendous. And another aside to the cross country race was, we've been doing a little food drive for Bluffton Self Help since we all got back from Hurricane Matthew evacuation. And as part of that, Coach Kimball reached out to all the coaches that were coming in and asked if they could bring supplies to donate to that as well. And we went over there on Tuesday, actually. Went Tuesday to Bluffton Self Help and filled up 4 pallets full of donations. Just a huge outpouring of support from not only the cross-country folks, but all our programs over in athletics, and some people around campus contributed as well, and making a difference, which is always awesome.
You know, and that's a great organization, the Self-Help organization. And it just shows how great that it is that we can come together in the aftermath of something that is so disruptive and so devastating to some people. And the beauty of athletics, but also the beauty of teamwork and cooperation and participation, and the fact that we had all these other programs that were helping us out with that, it says a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's one of those things that you're right. You see it a lot in sports. It seems like, and it's great when you can put aside the rivalry on the field or in competition and come together for something that's bigger than that. So that was really cool, and just kind of put a nice cherry on a really good event with the Sand Shark Invitational. We'll actually be back out there on the same course out in Hardyville on Friday, 4 o'clock. I'm going to just have a little dual race against SCAD, and I might try my hand, see if I can't pick off one person. I might run the course just for fun.
Well, you're getting there, aren't you?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
I'm putting in the miles.
You are.
5K is an easy day for me now, so
absolutely
putting in the miles.
And then you might make the cut one day.
I might. I could probably score for our men's team right now. We're a little thin right now, but I don't think I have any eligibility left.
Yeah, I
think I used it all up.
Yeah. So.
I didn't compete in anything, but I used up my 10 semesters. I'm all out of semesters.
Well, we don't want to break the rules, do we?
Yeah, no, we don't. And then we'll be back out there again on November 5th as well. The Sun Conference Championships, we'll be hosting those as well along with SCAD. So out on that home course out in Hardyville, which is a great place to watch a race. I say it every time we have a race out there, but if you've never seen a cross-country race, it's not what you think it is. It's a pretty good spectator sport, especially if you can run at least a couple hundred yards yourself. You can get in position to see the runners come through 2 or 3 times, and it's pretty exciting.
It's amazing that that you can have that talent and that fortitude and everything to compete as a cross-country runner. I've always been amazed by those long-distance athletes that can do that. A couple hundred yards would be a task for some of us, but it is amazing, and it's a great sport, and certainly we've done very well. We have some great kids out there, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. So I hope to see some of you out there, and then the only other team that's really been in action this week is the soccer team. Softball did have their alumni game on Saturday, and then they had a little scrimmage with a local travel team on Sunday, but they're still officially out of season.
Right.
And now actually their coach is out of pocket. The coach's H are they
what I
checked into
understand.
the hospital Tuesday night.
Where do we stand? Do we know? Up to the minute report?
We're still waiting as of this taping. She had been induced, but we didn't have a baby yet. So I helped Coach Ed install the car seat Wednesday afternoon, make sure that Hollis was ready to travel home safely when the time comes.
Yeah.
So we're all excited to have a new Heberling on board.
Absolutely. Talked to Coach Ed a little bit before the soccer game yesterday, and he was very excited. I had no idea that Laura was so close, and but he's excited and he's nervous and all those things that go into when you have your first child. So congratulations to them, and we're all kind of anxiously awaiting.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome for them, and yeah, they have no idea what's coming.
No idea. No,
You cannot
no
be
clue.
prepared. It's
No
impossible.
idea. Yeah.
Whatever you think it's going to be,
That's
it's,
right.
It's more.
It's
Let's
not
put it that
yeah,
way.
right. Exactly.
It's more. But the soccer team sent Coach Ed off with a very nice performance.
They did.
He's not going to make the trip down to Weber International on Friday. Coach Manning's going to run the show for a day at least. But yeah, a good send-off. The first half was a little sluggish, a little sloppy, but he got into them at halftime. We had to crank up the tunes and make sure nobody could hear what he had to say, but he had some stern words for them, and they responded very well.
They responded very well.
Yes.
A lot of fireworks in that second half.
Yeah, 6 goals in the second half, beat Warner 6-0, and 6 different goal scorers,
Right,
and none of them were Haley Pena, which is really encouraging because she had really had to carry the team these past few games, but for 6 other people to step up and score goals, that's a good sign going forward.
Right, nice distribution, spreading it around, and I'll give a shout out to Cameron Crony-Clark, who had a goal yesterday. She scored a goal and an assist yesterday, so way to go, Cam.
Yeah, and Cam honored you before the game.
Well, she did, as a matter of fact.
We had our Faculty Staff Appreciation Day, which has become an annual tradition for softball and soccer, and I think we're going to try to get baseball in on that this year as well.
Nice.
And that's got to be a pretty cool feeling when one of the players, one of your students, singles you out as somebody who's made a positive impact, that they want to bring you out to a game and honor you before the game. That has to feel pretty good.
It does, and it's a great honor, and it's I told the girls when I learned about it that it's one of those things that it reminds me of why I decided to do this job in the first place. You know, because we go through our ups and downs, and you know, being a faculty member and all the responsibilities, and you know, we have good semesters, we have bad semesters, but in the end, we're doing what we love to do, and to be recognized for that, and to be recognized for making a contribution in some small way is very gratifying. And yeah, I was thrilled, and I was honored, and I was humbled to be out there. It's always nice to be out there with the team, and it's just such a great group of kids. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun and a beautiful day, and they had a big win, and so it was great all the way around.
And I think you cleared out before the mosquitoes got real bad. So.
Well, unfortunately I had to, because I had a prior commitment here. I would have loved to have stayed and seen more of the game, but yeah, those mosquitoes were about the size of pigeons, I think,
yeah, they're
that I
fierce.
saw. So.
I think a couple of them were bigger than Hannah Christ, who plays in the midfield for us. They're
That's right.
enormous. But yeah, it was a great showing in the second half, and hopefully they can carry that over. As I mentioned, the regular season finale at Weber International on Friday. You can check the website to get the link for live stats and video from that one on the road, and then and we'll see after that. The postseason picture is still pretty murky. We could technically finish anywhere from 3rd to 8th, I believe. Sitting in 5th right now, so playoff spot looks good. We can clinch that with a win on Friday, but some other ways that we could clinch it as well should be in there. Still the potential of a home game, but more than likely road game at either Thomas or SCAD in the first round, and we'll take it from there. And
I like our chances.
Yeah, we're playing well at the right time.
I like our chances, yeah. We got the momentum going on our side. We've got a new baby.
Yeah.
That'll be here soon, and
Hollis Power.
Everything, yeah.
Everything's coming up heavily.
Yeah, we love that, yeah. So, yeah, everything's moving in the right direction. So it's a good time for us to be peaking, right?
Yeah, and by next week's show, we'll be able to fill you in on exactly what the playoff picture holds. But before that, let's get a little behind-the-scenes glimpse at the program. We actually didn't have a coach on the show this week. Going to catch up with a player in a little different perspective, a freshman goalkeeper from Sweden. We've got Moa Johansson is this week's interview, and let's talk with her right now on Sandshark Bites. Joined now in Sandshark Bites by one of our 3 Swedes on the women's soccer team, Moa Johansson. And Moa, it's been an exciting season, to say the least. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster, and especially for you, you were a little late arriving because of some visa issues and everything. Had some health concerns that had to be put to rest before you could get on the field. But since you have, it's been very successful for you here in your freshman season. In fact, on pace, I don't want to jinx you, but on pace for the best goals against average in program history right now, if you can continue it. So a lot of help from the back line, of course, but very impressive. Just tell our viewers a little bit about how it's been for you, not only assimilating to a new culture and everything here in the States, but just becoming a part of the Sandshark soccer team.
It's been great, honestly. It's been kind of weird because you would think that soccer is the same like everywhere. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's absolutely not. Like everything is so different. Like the attitude, everything here is like everyone here like really wants to play, and it feels great to be in a team like that.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of different cultures, just that women's soccer in the States is a little more competitive, a little higher standard than it is in other parts of other parts of the world, which is kind of unusual to us here because we're thought of, at least in men's soccer, as kind of a secondary country. You know, it's bigger in other parts of the world, but women's soccer really has taken off here before a lot of other places. So is that what you mean when you say that the level of competition just kind of steps up over here?
Yeah, like everyone is actually like taking care of, like, if not themselves, like each other, like looking out for them, like they're preparing for game day, like with water, like food, everything is just like so strict. You don't see that. I mean, we play kind of high back home too, in a high division, and that's not the case at all. Like that's not something you coach would say when you walk away from practice, like make sure you drink water and eat plenty of food because we're gonna have a hard game. He's like, see you Sunday. Like that's it.
Yeah, it's a full-time job for sure. It's not you just show up on game day and play soccer. There's a lot that goes into it. How much, and then on top of that, you're assimilating to a new culture, going to school, and obviously your English is very good. I know your mother's an English teacher, but you're learning a new language in some cases, or at least learning outside of your primary language. How much has it helped you in that situation, as well as your teammates with Aline and Felicia, to have the 3 of you, the Swedish fam, together here? How much does that help you to have them to lean on?
And that's been awesome because, like, in the beginning, I had a really hard time, like, giving directions and stuff on the field to my teammates. I have really easy to talk to people because, like, English it just comes. But on the field, it was, like, really hard because I wouldn't use like the terms.
The terminology.
Like I would say stuff, but they wouldn't understand because I would like just translate the things I said in Swedish and say them, and everyone was just kind of confused, and it didn't work out at all. And so Mikey actually had some lessons with me where I just I just stood and gave directions during practice, telling everyone what they were going to do and how they were going to do it, and it actually helped a lot. So.
Yeah, we've seen you get more comfortable, more decisive in coming off your line and things like that, and I'm sure a lot of that has to do with just understanding the backs who are playing in front of you and what they're going to do as much as you knowing what you want to do. It seems like you've really started to develop that rapport, especially with the center backs with Bridget and Aline. It looks like you guys are all working very well together now.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's great to have them back there. I really do trust them. Like, it feels great. Like, as a goalie, you have to trust your backs. When they get the ball, you need to be able to like calm down and actually like trust them to do what they're supposed to with the ball and not freak out and try to save them from it. But no, and I've never really had that, so I've always like had to be on my toes everywhere. I mean, obviously you have to anyway, but it feels good. It feels great to have them, honestly.
And the team came out of the shell with the attack in the second half against Warner, scored 6 goals. I know you would have liked to have gotten one yourself. We actually got to see you pressing up against Thomas when we were down a goal. You were all the way to midfield at one point, like you wanted to get in there, pull the goalie and get in there for a goal. But no, to get 6 goals in that second half, what will that do for the confidence for you guys going into this final regular season game at Weber and then hopefully going into the postseason?
I hope that we hold on to it and take it with us, because I don't know, we have a hard time actually like showing up and playing like we can, like we did the first half. It was not a good game. I was kind of frustrated back there because you could kind of feel that we didn't want to win. Like we didn't show up to play, but we changed it in second half and we came out to play because, yeah, coach, he had a little talk with us and we did good. We did good second half, so.
Yeah, if we can, put together the first half and the second half together, we could be dangerous in the postseason, I think. But, well, you're one of the many freshmen and then quite a few sophomores as well who is playing on this team. Of course, we will lose 8 seniors, which is the biggest graduating class that we've had for the program. But with so many freshmen and sophomores who are playing key roles, just how excited are you for the future of USCB soccer?
Obviously, it's kind of sad to see everyone leaving, since we've got to know them and everything. But yeah, I'm excited to get to see everyone else play, and of course to see new players come in and get to play with them too. It's always fun.
All right, well, one more road trip for the regular season down to Weber on Friday, and then who knows, we may be at home, maybe on the road for the first round of the playoffs, but hopefully a few more games left in this season.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the show, Mo. I appreciate it. I know you never wanted to do this again.
Thanks.
We'll be right back with more here on Sandshark Bites.
At the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, we offer small classes, individual attention, and an affordable education in an atmosphere that fosters diversity and achievement.
We are students.
We field 9 Sandshark sports teams that compete in the Sun Conference.
We are athletes.
We are one university with 2 campuses serving the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia.
We are the Low Country.
We are the fastest growing 4-year school in the University of South Carolina system. We are USCB.
Well, Dr. Borton, did she get an A for her public speaking?
She did well.
Yeah.
She did well. Full disclosure, I have Moa for public speaking right now, so I was being especially critical of her performance in that interview. She did a very good job. Good job, Moa.
I'll let her know because she was very nervous about it, so she'll be happy to hear that. Well, we've wrapped it up. We've come to the end of your Sandshark Bites debut.
So
easy,
fast.
right?
Well,
There's nothing to it.
Yeah, it was too fast.
You blink and you missed it.
Yeah.
So there's only one thing left to do. Everybody knows what it is, and that's select our Sandshark Bites Athlete of the Week. And well, I say easy pickings. There were some nice performances on the soccer field this week. I mean, Haley Pena broke her own school records for single season goals and points, but Betsy Douglas,
what can you say?
She broke her school record in the 5K by 32
Significantly.
seconds, which is just phenomenal, and finished second in a national caliber top flight field The young lady that won the race finished 7th at Nationals last year, one spot ahead of Betsy in 8th. So they're both looking like top 3, top 5 contenders this year. And that was a good preview for what's to come for Betsy. So, Betsy, how about some more hardware? You're the Sandshark Bites Student Athlete of the Week. We don't have any actual hardware to hand out,
But if we did,
metaphorical hardware
did,
for
you
your
would have it.
burgeoning trophy case.
That's right.
They're just falling out of that thing. So, congratulations to Betsy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations as well to Haley for more school records and many more accolades ahead in your future as well. I was just talking to her out in the library. She's a very humble kid. I would have liked to have had her on the show, but she's not too much on the public speaking. She was a communication major, and she said she doesn't know what she was thinking because she switched to business.
Well, that's unfortunate, but you know.
We'll get her on here one day.
Okay.
But thank you very much to Dr. Borton for filling in this week, and
Thank you for
an
having me.
outstanding
It was a pleasure.
debut.
Yeah.
it
I
was
hope
great.
I filled Duffy's shoes, effectively.
Admirably,
I'm sure he
I
will
would
say I didn't, but Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great, and I will be back next week for another edition of Sandshark Bites. Whether you will or not, we'll have
see.
to wait and see. But
Stay tuned.
We know we've got a trump card in our back pocket if Duffy's ever out of pocket once again.
That's right.
So thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Until then, keep those fins up.